Joining us right now, everyone knows him all over North America. He's done a fantastic job on TSN covering MLS since day one. Joining us right now, Kristian Jack. Kristian, welcome, my friend.
Good evening, Anthony. Let me start by saying the work that you put in over the last few months for this Canadian Premier League has been extremely admirable. I love your passion. You're a wonderful family man, and the things that you continue to do for the game in this country, you should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you so much, Kristian. I really appreciate those kind words coming from a professional like yourself. It means a lot. Kristian, let's get right into it. 48 hours and less, Philadelphia Union come to town to take on TFC. I'm concerned in some areas that this is a one-game showdown and anything can happen. And I believe that they're going to have their hands full to not underestimate a Philly team that comes here ready and focused, knowing it's only one game. What are you looking at to see as a concern for head coach Greg Vanney going into this game?
Well, I think you make some good points. I think whenever your season is on the line and the definition of success, so to speak, depends on one game, I think that you should always be a little bit concerned. There's obviously some trepidation from the fact that a player could have a bad run or a decision could go your way, the wrong way. But let's be honest, that this is what they're built for. This is why they've gone out and got the key players with MLS experience. Stephen Beitashaw, Drew Moore, Clint Irwin, Will Johnson, and it's why they are one of the big spenders, if not the biggest spender in Major League Soccer, with an enormous payroll, with three very, very expensive but very good designated players. It is for moments like this. It is. I was there today. I had a long chat with all three DPs and Coach Greg Vanney for sit-downs for TSN. It's the big game mentality. These players have played in European finals across the domestic leagues for moments like this. And it's why you pay them the big money to come through, and I think they need to win.
Kristian, I'm concerned if TFC goes up ahead early on in the game. We've seen what's happened all year. Right away, a couple minutes later, they give up a goal, and it really saps all the confidence out of them, all the energy, and that is a big-time concern for me. We've saw this with the DC game, the Montreal game, on, and this could be quite concerning. If they get up an early lead, they need to be focused defensively, they need to be compact, and they need to use those flanks to their advantage.
Yeah, I agree, and I think a lot of that comes down to tactics. I think a lot of the tactical discussion needs to be around that. I'm a great believer that obviously mental fortitude and strength of character is very important in games like this, but the way that the team is set up and built to maintain that kind of issue, to deal with the adversity, and it will come. There is a moment in every game where the opposition will always have their moment. Sometimes it can be a lot longer than you, but sometimes it can just be 1 minute in the game that can win a match, and that's what happened, against Philadelphia at home a few weeks ago with the brilliant run that they had and the Bedoya goal. So, look, I think tactically they need to be more sound depending on whatever formation they go on. I think they need to have more instinct defensively, a little bit more, be more aware of some of the issues that they've had, and come together. Come together, united together defensively to work together and lean on that seniority. Let's be honest, they've been handed a gift here. It's an absolute present to produce that, to get a home field game against Philadelphia. This is what you work all season for, to finish third, to get an inferior team who finished sixth. Rarely in Major League Soccer does a team who finished sixth become a team that's suddenly on a big run. It doesn't allow that to happen. That's where Toronto FC were last year. They finished sixth and they got destroyed in Montreal, and now Toronto FC will hope that they can do the same.
Kristian, let's make no mistake about it. Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment has poured in millions and millions of dollars in this franchise. Larry Tannenbaum, all he's ever done is sign the checks, keep his mouth shut, and hardly ever meddle in the day-to-day business. They've given them the money. They've given them the resources. You and I have been at Kia Training Grounds. It is an unbelievable, beautiful facility. All sorts of money poured in there. And today, reading some of the so-called experts out there covering the team saying that even with an early exit to Philly, it could be considered a successful season. I literally had to laugh at that when I saw it. I almost drove off the road because, to me, with these three DPs and Moore and Irwin brought in, there's no more excuses. These guys have to show up, and to me, nothing less than a conference final is a successful season. Maybe I'm wrong, but you can address it. You've seen a lot more than me in your days.
No, I mean, you've seen many things too. My thought on this is, first, let me just say, winning in professional sports is very hard. And I don't mean winning games. I mean winning trophies. That's why winners are so lauded. That's why it means so much. That's why we see players in all sports celebrate so much, because when you get to the top of the mountain, you enjoy it. It is hard, okay? So you cannot back down from that responsibility. There's a reason why Toronto FC have placed themselves now to have an opportunity to have a run. They are third. They've got their first home game. And I think that if they lose on Wednesday, not only will that be a major disappointment, I think that they will look back and think that that was an enormous, enormous missed opportunity. These opportunities are not going to keep coming around and around every single year just because they're throwing money at that. This team is the perfect example of that. 10 years it has taken them to get to this opportunity. It will not take another 10 years to get another one, but my point is that when this is presented to you, this needs to be won. I'm with you. If they get knocked out on Wednesday, in my opinion, I will not consider it, in my opinion, to be a successful season. Have they ticked some boxes? Have they reached some goals? Yes. But success is, the definition of success is the accomplishment of an aim or a purpose. And their aim and their purpose when they're spending over $20 million on payroll is to go far in the playoffs. It is not to get knocked out in the first round at home in your own stadium against a team who are far, far less talented than you.
Kristian, let's close it out with this. I believe they will win. But let's say, for argument's sake, they don't win. I truly believe that everything will be up for discussion, especially the 3DPs, because a ton of money is there. Unfortunately, head coach Greg Vanney is going to be under the microscope. Tim Bazbachenko, of course, will be under the microscope with certain player acquisitions and the money that's being spent. And I believe truly in my heart of hearts, if this doesn't go the way that TFC management expects it to go by beating Philly and going at least to the conference finals, I believe they're going to turn a new leaf and really try to change the culture and the whole dynamographics of this club and franchise with younger, cheaper players and go almost the Real Salt Lake route like Bill Manning did. Maybe I'm off. Your thoughts, Kristian?
Let me tell you why I think you might be wrong on this. I was there today, and I don't think that they want any kind of significant turnover. I think that Bill Manning has preached for a long time, publicly and privately, the importance of continuity. And I think that the way that you've laid it out there, that is the road that they do not want to tread. That is a road of fear. Because then you've got to put a lot of work into, even more work into scouting to find those hidden jewels. You know, let's be honest, they've done a decent job here, but the easiest thing to do is to throw money. Throw money at players to say, come in, and that's what they've done. They've spent more money than anybody else in the league, and they've been able to attract talent, and good for them. And you are bang on when you praise their ownership, because boy, oh boy, have they been magnificent owners and dedicated to this cause. But they've been dedicated to this cause for winning games like this on Wednesday. And if they don't win on Wednesday, I think they will have a significant look in the mirror, and they'll have to go through every process that every team has to do at the postseason is over and evaluate things. But I don't think there'll be a dramatic overhaul. I just don't see it at this point.
Kristian, really appreciate your time. You're a busy family man yourself. You've got to get ready for the MLS playoffs. So we thank you so much. And again, thank you for the kind words. God bless and enjoy the playoffs, my friend.
God bless you, Anthony. Keep up the great work, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Take care.